I started painting first when I was in France, and I tried the traditional way of learning painting, and it just didn't work for me. I was trying to study in the art school over there, studying the technique and all this thing, and I just couldn't feed myself with it. It couldn't give me what I wanted. Like, I was looking for something like a little bit more exciting, a little bit more where I could just use myself. So I tried a few art schools, and since they didn't work, and my last art teacher told me that I was not good at painting and I should be doing something else, I went to learn with I went to the children. And by watching the children and working with the children, I started to really tap into my creative power. I started finding what I was looking for, which is like the freedom necessary I needed. So this is the way I got started. Since then, of course, I have asked all the questions about creativity, because the creativity is what has been fascinating me during my life. One question that really keep working inside of me is that why do we experience creative blocks? Why do people have creative blocks? What do they keep coming? Why do we think that to be creative we have to be lucky and it has to be the right time, or we have to have the right muse or the right inspiration? Why do we think that we are kind of a victim of our of luck, to be able to create? And then on top of that, often we think we need some talent. So that's one thing. And the other question that really I ask is that why are we afraid of being free when we create? Because creativity seems to be the place where freedom is exercised. I mean, when we really use it. So why is it when we tell people, you can create, you can create now, go ahead, you are free, and why is it that they just can't do it? So these are very interesting questions, isn't it? Because I think everyone is concerned with it. For me, first, creativity is not like doing one nice little painting or one nice little thing there. It's more like a movement. It's a way of life. It's a way of responding and using myself. So this is why I like to refer to creativity as a quest, because it's part of my life. It's going on with my life. It's not just little bits there and there. No matter what I do, it's always with me. It's walking with me. So on that quest, if we look at creativity as a quest, then we start seeing what are the main barriers on that quest. And when you talk about quest, immediately, of course, the dragons come out. And I feel that there is like 3 main dragons, and that everybody is really struggling with them. So we have the first dragon, that's the dragon of product. And that's really easy to see why this dragon is so powerful. Because we have been looking, most of the time, we have been conditioned to look at creativity as always a product. If you tell anybody I paint, they tell you, are you exhibiting? How much do you sell your painting? I mean, there is always immediately this response, product. So when somebody tries to go and start painting, creating, even without thinking about it, like it's completely unconscious, the dragon of product just paralyzes. There's a pressure coming out. Product because we want a nice product, or we want something we can use, or we want to impress people, or we want to prove to ourselves something. I mean, it's always something like that, product. So the moment we take a brush, if we're painting, if we're writing it, we pick up a pen, it's like these dragons come out. So we have to deal with them, and we are going to have to, and I'm going to talk tonight about how to deal with them. Right now, I just want to show what we are dealing with, right on that quest. We want the adventure. We start on the quest, and the dragon pop in. So the second dragon that will come will be the dragon of control. Can you see that when you create, there is always a desire to control what we do? I mean, not just when we create life too, If we could control everything, wouldn't that be good? So when we create, we think we can have the whole control of everything. So we want, anytime we want to do something, we want to really master the result and know where we're going and how we're going and why, and, so controlling. So which means there is no spontaneity. We cannot really use the intuition, because control and intuition don't go together. Or you control, or you move intuitively. So our second dragon, which is the dragon of control, prevents you to be intuitive. The first dragon prevents you to be spontaneous, and the second from being intuitive, you see? And now we're getting the third dragon come in, and the third dragon is a dragon of meaning, okay? So maybe we can let go of the product. Maybe we can let go a little bit of the control. But we are not going to let go of the meaning, right? Because even if you let your intuition bring you images of the dream or of, like strange images or unknown images, we want still to know what it means about us and how we can, how we can interpret that and we can deal with it and we can do something. Which means the mind is always trying to stop us. 3 dragons. All around us. So we want to create, and if you want to come to my workshop, I'll say, oh, you just have to be free. It feels great. I love it when I'm free. I can, and then you're going to say, great, I like that. And then you're going to go and can't move. Or you do something and immediately you're going to get all upset. So, because the dragons are coming out. So what we want to do now is to recognize when they are coming out. Because if you are fighting the dragon and you don't even know it, it gets really complex. You call that a creative block. Because what we think we are vulnerable to inspiration. But my main message is that we are not vulnerable to inspiration. We are in control, if we can in control in anything, Because as we understand how creativity works and how the creative blocks are built, we can undo them and find back the freedom behind it.